It's the 14 runners being called in, and they're away. And coming to the first flight, Daring Rose is the first to show. John Frankham on Daring Rose from Donegal, Prince and Migrator, with Holmeson just in behind them, and then Pollard's Town. Daring Rose jumps there in the lead, but now a little between he and Donegal, Prince, and Migrator between horses, and then Holmeson, and behind them come Another Story and Pollard's Town, and then Gay Chance and For Auction and Holmore Star. Daring Run, one of the back markers at the moment, with Broadsword also, and it's Migrator now, Donegal, Prince, Daring Rose, and behind him Pollard's Town and For Auction and Home Sun and Another Story and Holmore Star and Gay Chance and Potato Merchant and Ekbalco and Daring Run and Broadsword and Halin right over on the far side, and Donegal Prince lands over the second in the lead. From very close with him Migrator, then For Auction and Daring Rose, and nearest to us is Home Sun, and over on the far side Pollard's Town with Gay Chance next, and then Holmore Star. And then Another Story and Halin and Potato Merchant and Broadsword and Daring Run and Ekbalco. Not going a great gallop at the moment in the champion hurdle, led by Donegal Prince, Migrator, Home Sun, Daring Rose, For Auction, Gay Chance, Pollard's Town, Another Story, Holmore Star, then Ekbalco, Halin, Daring Run, Pollard's Town, and the back marker Broadsword. Running downhill towards the next flight, Donegal Prince in the lead from Migrator in second. Daring Rose has lost his position and dropped right back to last now, and he's trying to pull up with John Frankham. John trying to keep him going, but he's pulled up. Daring Rose, the unpredictable, has pulled up and refused to jump that one. He's come to a full stop, and Donegal Prince is in the lead. From Holmeson and Migrator and For Auction, and then Pollard's Town. Then on the outside, Holmore Star. Just in behind them, Another Story and Gay Chance, and then Daring Run, Ekbalco towards the outside, Potato Merchant, and the back marker is Broadsword as they jump the fourth. Donegal Prince landed in the lead from Migrator and Home Sun and For Auction and Pollard's Town, then Another Story and Gay Chance, Ekbalco on the outside. Just in behind them come Daring Run, Potato Merchant, and Halin now just been relegated to last place as they race towards the top of the hill and towards the fifth flight of the 8 hurdles, and it's Donegal Prince in the lead from Migrator in second, then Home Sun third with For Auction close. Behind him comes Pollard's Town, then Ekbalco on the outside, and then Gay Chance, and then Another Story. Then Potato Merchant and Broadsword improving, and Daring Run has gone on the flat there. Daring Run has slipped up on the flat there and has unshipped Ted Walsh, who's just up on his feet, but the favourite is out of it. Halin is tailed off. The public have just been told over the public address. There's a howl of anguish from the Irish supporters of Daring Run as they run down now towards the third last in the champion hurdle. Donegal Prince is in the lead, being pressed by Migrator. Then over on the far side, coming there strongly, is Ekbalco. Broadsword is improving his place. Holmore Star's well there over the third last. Donegal Prince from For Auction right in the battling line now. Then comes Gay Chance over on the far side. Then Ekbalco and Another Story. It's a very, very wide open race now as they come down towards the second last. For Auction being pressed by Broadsword, and then Ekbalco over on the far side, and then Gay Chance, but it's For Auction with the advantage from Broadsword going very strongly just in behind the leaders. Ekbalco right there with them, and then Holmore Star. They're coming down towards the final flight now, and it's For Auction being pressed by Ekbalco and Broadsword. Broadsword between horses. For Auction over on the far side. For Auction lands in the lead from Ekbalco and Broadsword. They're racing into the closing stages, and it's For Auction being pressed by Ekbalco and Broadsword. For Auction for Ireland from Ekbalco and Broadsword as they race up towards the line. It's going to be another Irish triumph and a shock victory too. For Auction wins the champion hurdle. Second is Broadsword, third Ekbalco, 4 Pollard's Town, 5 Gay Chance, and then came Holmore Star, and behind him Donegal Prince and Another Story, and Migrator and Potato Merchant, and then Halin, and Halin was the last to finish, and so the result of the Waterford Crystal champion hurdle, first number 7. For Auction, owned by Mr. F.B. Heaslip, trained by Michael Cunningham and ridden by Mr. Colin Magnier. Second was number 2, Broadsword, owned by Lord Northampton, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Peter Scudamore. And third was number 6, Ekbalco, owned by Mr. Taufik Fakuri, trained by Roger Fisher, ridden by David Goulding. Fourth was number 14, Pollard's Town. So a third successive triumph for the Irish. Congratulations there from John Joe O'Neill for the amateur, Mr. Colin Magnier, rider of this 6-year-old for auction, who has avenged his defeat by Donegal Prince and Ekbalko in the Schweppes Go Trophy, in which he ran fourth. For auction by Royal Trip out of wrong decision. And of course the turning point in the race, the shock exit, which didn't happen at a hurdle but on the flat at the top turn of Daring Run, which we can review now with Richard Pitman.
And this is something that every jockey hates. You can see Daring Run right on the inside there, the yellow cap, the light colours, and to go down on the flat happens very, very suddenly. There's nothing a rider can do about it, and it looks, there you are, he's either struck someone else's heels or his own, and he's taken his jockey Ted Walsh over his head. Well, that was a very unfortunate happening. But as they swept to the home turn, for auction, the other Irish horse with the other amateur on board, Colin Magnier there on the inside and going quite easily. But Ekbalko had loomed up on the outside, absolutely cantering. Broadsword coming between them. Holmore Star back on the rails, the yellow cap. Go to the last. Colin Magnier tap down the shoulder there for auction. He jumps it well, looks across and sees that the challenger is Ekbalko. But he keeps this horse going well. For auction shouldn't really have beaten Ekbalko on their Schweppes Gold Trophy running, but he has. He's certainly changed turnaround tables with Ekbalko. Broadsword running on gamely again up the hill as Ekbalko starts to come to the end of his tether. But this is a very clear-cut win for Colin Magnier, the amateur. Michael Cunningham, the trainer, who has trained a classic winner with Cairn Rouge on the flat. He's a very versatile trainer, a very useful man, and I should think he'll be very proud to have this winner here at Cheltenham. Broadsword running on well as the post comes to be second.